Well, welcome back, everyone. As we head into earnings from NVIDIA, we are in a market that is trying to rebound. But is it a rebound, or are we still in a counter trend bounce that is likely to fail? What you're looking at are the four major indices: the Russell, the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq. All four of them are still contained within the champion cross buy zone. The Russell does not have a champion cross buy zone signal. Not the Dow does. The S&P does. It's got the block at the bottom, and so does the Nasdaq. Now, on a day-over-day basis, we've dipped. We have not made lower lows vis-a-vis yesterday's market, and we've come back up. And in certain cases, like the Nasdaq and the S&P, we've made higher highs, as well as the Russell. But we are still within the bounds of the champion cross buy zone. Can we break free? Well, NVIDIA after the bell may indeed provide that lifting action. However, it is action that is hard to forecast. It's earnings. Now, when I look at the 4-hour charts that break those daily charts down into 4-hour increments, we are still in a sell signal state in the Russell, in the Dow, in the S&P, and for the Nasdaq as well. We've not broken free. After hours, look for the S&P to be above 59.63 if we are actually evacuating this sell signal state and going to continue to rebound. Look for the Nasdaq to be above roughly 20,850 if we are to be actually in a rebound rather than a counter trend bounce. Now, if I take this a little deeper, you can see very specifically using a 5-minute chart at the hard right edge of the screen here for the S&P, we had a turn that started to really turn and move up a little after 3 p.m. Eastern time today. And that's exactly when the NVDA stock started to lift up into the end of the day. They started buying it into the close. Do they know something? Who is they? Well, the general they is the fast money crowd. And everyone out there is sitting in a spot where there's unequal information, but price contains what one is willing to actually pay for it. The signals contain what the probability of continuing higher or lower are. And as we mentioned, we're still trapped with the S&P, the primary market, in the champion cross buy zone, but we've got a buy signal now. The 4-hour chart still has to work itself through the top of the MSR channel at 59.52 and change, and then the top of the champion cross sell zone trail line at around 59.63. Now, we're not that far away. The hourly chart is doing its darndest to get itself evacuated from that sell signal state. And very clearly, we are still seeing breakout forecasters on the 5-minute chart. We're at the end of a sequence of signals on the 5-minute chart. So what this tells me is, unless there is a stupendous result from NVDA, we are likely going to see a pump and then a little bit of a back test or dump. Be careful out there. Sustaining price action above 59.63 is what would be important and required to support a rebound. Otherwise, coming back in to this molasses or this hornet's nest over here and finding price action anywhere really below 59.50 or especially below 59.35 does imply it was a pump and dump, and we should be then expecting negativity. If we find ourselves in the former case, where are we headed back to? Probably heading back towards the highs. If we find ourselves in the latter case, where are we headed down to? Probably lower lows. Let's see how that stock breaks in the next handful of minutes. I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's given you some perspective. If you are a prop trader and you're trying to get qualified to get your account all ready to go, well, tomorrow, my friend Dr. Keith is going to be doing an incredible do not miss presentation. It starts at 10 a.m. Eastern time. It is Thursday, November the 21st. He is going to show you how to master the Heikin-Ashi trading systems and techniques that he uses in his live trading, sharing trades with you, sharing how he gets himself qualified. And you can get your seat at becomeabettertrader.com/yes. Get over there, get into the action with him tomorrow morning. It is not a recorded session. It's a do not miss. Can't wait to see you there. Have an incredible rest of your day. Bye for now.